Hello there. In today's lab, we are going to go through a four-step process, or at least four bullet points, explaining what to do here. The purpose of this lab is to connect to this remote site and figure out some information about two PCs. So this site has, a router, a switch, and two PCs. Your job is to go to, this area where it says this is where you are, and follow these instructions. As you follow the instructions, your goal is to figure out what port PC3 is on and what port PC4 is on. Now, this is the information you've been provided. This is the MAC address of the PC, supposedly. It could be that information is wrong. I mean, this happens. If someone calls you and says, "Hey, I have these two PCs," you ask them, "All right, can you figure out what port they're connected to?" Like, can you give me some information, like an IP address? Oh man, I don't have the IP address. Can you give me the MAC address? Sure, here's the MAC address. You may find out that the MAC address is wrong. The information is that there are two PCs at this site. There's a router and there's a switch. You have access to the router 10.16.11.1 and the switch, which is 10.16.11.2. You have an enable secret, an enable password, which you're going to use to Telnet. An enable secret, sorry, which you're going to use once you Telnet to the devices to figure out what you need. So here are the four steps. Navigate to this where you are cluster, and that's this one. This is where you are. Click on this, and tell the internet router to find the IP address and MAC address of PC3 and PC4 using the IP address and password provided. Step 3 is to tell the internet switch to find the port number of PC3 and PC4 using the MAC. Connect to the switch using the IP address and password provided. And then you have a bonus if you really choose to be, you want to challenge yourself. Configure the switch and router to use SSH instead of Telnet. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, please support these videos, like, and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. I would greatly appreciate it. Come on, smash that like button and help this channel grow. All right, so I'm gonna go to command prompt. First, I'm gonna try ipconfig, see where I am. All right, I am 192.168.1.2, and my computer is 192.168.1.1. What I would do is I'll leave this file in the description below if you want to download it and explore, try it out yourself. That'd be great. This is a great scenario to find out what it's like when someone calls you and you don't have enough information or you don't have clarity of information to figure out what's on the other side, but you have just enough to get by. So let's see. Gotta troubleshoot through the issues. First, I'm going to tell them to the. Actually, you know what? First, I'm going to ping. I'm going to ping the other side. 10.1.1.1. The router. Or 10.16.11.1. That's what they said. 16.11.1. And I can ping the router, so I can get to it. What about 10.16.11.2? Can I ping the device? And I get some ARP going on here. And request timeout. Request time. Oh, here we go. I can ping the two. Okay. So I want to connect to Telnet to the router. 10.16.11.1. And password that is provided is Cisco 123 for Telnet. Enable password is Cisco. Alright, show IP interface brief. Just kind of want to see the lay of the land here. Alright, so the G00 is 10.16.11.1, and then 192.168.1.0. I'm on that 192.168 network. Alright, so it's directly connected. Show CDP neighbors. Let's see what I find out. Alright, so I know I'm connected to, this is local interface, G01, G00. And I'm connected to 2960 switch. G01 is connected to fast Ethernet 01. And then G00 is connected to fast Ethernet 02. All right, that's good information. Now if I said show IPCDP neighbors and detail, what do I get? I get some more information. What do I get here? I get the IP address of switch entry address 10.16.11.2 and on gigabit Ethernet 00. So G00, outgoing port is fast Ethernet 02. So if I connect to that switch on fast Ethernet 02, that's the link between the router and this, and this is the switch and the router. All right, so I'm satisfied with that information. Now let me show IP ARP. Okay, so I have two. So G00 is showing E Bravo, Echo Bravo 01. So the 1 is this router. The 2 is the switch, that much I know. And that's all I have. I know I have 2 more devices, 2 more endpoints, but I don't know what they are. So what if I telnet from the router to the switch? So telnet 10.16.11.2. So I don't have any other information besides the router and the switch. So once again, Cisco 123, enable, Cisco again. All right, show MAC address table. See, I just have the FA02, which I believe is going to the router, if I remember correctly. 01, 01, FA02. Echo Bravo 01. Yep, Echo Bravo 01. That is this. When I did show IP ARP 10.16.11.1, that's the router. Alright, so fast Ethernet 02 is going to the router. Alright, so how do I figure out what other devices are connected to the switch? Show, how about I do show interface status? See what comes up. Alright, show interface status. Can I filter for connected in packet tracer? I don't know. Show interface status. Like the pipe, invalid input detected at the marker. For some reason it doesn't like the pipe. Alright, that's fine. I'll just look at it as it is. Show interface status. Alright. Or can I do something else? Question marks. Nope, just show interface status. Alright, so I know FA01 is the router. Figured that out because that's all that showed up. I'm sorry, FA02. Oh, so then FA01 is something, and FA015, everything else is not connected. Alright, so I got 01, 015. 02 is going to the router. Okay. I think we're making some progress here. So what if can I send a broadcast? There are many devices here. I should be able to send, let's say, ping 10.16.11.255.255, which is a broadcast IP address. Should get some responses. I'm getting a response from 10.16.11.3 and 10.16.11.4. In addition to, let me cancel this, Control Shift 6. 10.16.11.4, 10.16.11.3, 10.16.11.1. There are 3 devices: the router, the switch. I'm pinging from the switch. Yeah, so if I do show MAC address table, I have more information now. Voila. Now, does this match any? So this person who called us and said, hey, the PCs are, these are the Macs. They gave us the wrong Macs. Clearly, 1069 is wrong. It's not here. Oh, wait, it is here. Sorry. I am so sorry. 1069 is here. But, oh, an 8506. Aha. They're both here. These are correct. And then the router. Okay, disregard. In the event that you do see, sometimes people do call and they give you the wrong information. But in this case, they're all here. All right, so PC3 is, now I was supposed to find an IP address. So, that was instruction number 2. In order to do that, I'll have to go back to the router. But before I do that, let me just set up SSH here. So conft, I'm going to give it a host name, because that's a requirement, right, for setting up SSH. Host name is going to be SW1, I suppose. And what else is a requirement? Enable is a requirement. Crypto key generate RSA, enter. Oh, what am I missing? Crypto key generate RSA. Press enter. Please define. Oh, domain name first. Oh, sorry. So IP domain name. Okay. Domain name. And I'll call it hulu.com. Hulu.com. So I can make a domain name. So now I should be able to do crypto key generate RSA. The requirement, host name needs to be changed from default. I'll give this 1024 for the bit region. Key modules is a range 360 to 2042 for your general purpose keys. Choosing key modules generates greater than 512 may take a few minutes. So yeah, 1024, I think that's relatively reasonable. And now, so what I was saying was you have the host name that needs to be changed, domain name that needs to be applied, enable password, and then we can go to username. The username. We'll call it Superman. Superman. My username. And I think I need to give this a privilege. Give this a privilege of 15. And I will set the secret. Secret 0. Secret's going to be can fly. Superman can fly. That's the secret. Alright, so username is set. That's another requirement. Now I can do line VTY 0 to 15. It's switched, so I should be able to do that. And login local. Transport input. So transport input connection to this switch basically should be, I do question mark, I should have all SSH. Telnet, I'm going to make this SSH, press enter. And that should be in. That should be it. Okay, so let me run this and save, exit. I'm on the router. So now if I say SSH dash Superman, SSH dash L, Superman is the username. Needs an IP address. We can 16.11.2. There we have it. Superman, and the password is can fly. There we have it. We are on switch 1. SSH. I'm going for this bonus. Alright, so let's go to router, show IP ARP. And we know our MAC addresses are correct. We know we're connected to switch port on 15 and 2. Oh, sorry, 15 and 1. And so we saw that. So if we go here, actually, you know what? Let me just stick to doing this. So PC3, I don't remember. 1069 is on port 15. I'm just going to take a note of that. So port 15. And this will be port 2. Alright. So next to it. Alright, like so. Alright, back to the router. So and now I have the IP address. So 106. Do I have the IP address? No, it hasn't communicated with the router. Okay, so I don't know the IP address. What if I send a broadcast from here? It should respond to this, right? Ping 10, 16, 11, 255. No, it's a /24 because I saw it. All right, Control Shift 6. Let's end this. Let's see IP ARP again. And voila. 069 is the .4. Actually, I could have figured that out earlier when I did the broadcast on the switch, but that's okay. So we have a .4 and a .3, 8605. So .4 goes here, and the .3 goes here. Done. Okay, now let's go for that bonus. Points. Okay, so we set our IP domain name to hulu.com. We set our host name to R1. We set line, actually username, Superman, privilege is going to be 15, secrets 0 and 10.5. Done. Oh, when I put secret to 0, I do show run. You'll notice it encrypts it. It doesn't leave it in plain text. So don't be fooled. Setting secret to 0 does not leave it in plain text. I think it uses whatever the highest secret encryption level is. You set to 0. So, oh, I'm sorry. That's not the username. Where in the world? I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is the enable secret. Let's do show run again. And here we have it. It's encrypted. I'm just using secret of 5. Even though I set it to 0, it uses 5. Even though 5 is the highest here. And so username Superman, privilege 15, secret 5. Alright. So, crypto key generate RSA, press enter, 2024 for level encryption. Now I can do line, UPY 024 for the router. And oh, look at that. SSH enabled. So if I go to login, local, because I want to check, when you're logging in using SSH, I want to check the local username and the username and password for authentication. Now let's verify, let's make sure our transport connection to this router for using SSH will be SSH. Right? And that should be it. End, save, exit, and now if I SSH-L Superman and 16 Alright, and fly. There we go. Now you can create your user account, call it whatever you want, set your password to whatever you want. It's up to you. If for whatever reason you load the file and the MAC addresses are not correct, then you're gonna have to figure out which MAC goes to which port. I mean, using broadcasts, broadcast IP is pretty useful. But this concludes this lab. Practice, practice, practice. Networking is not a passive sport. It is an active sport. You have to really dive in and make mistakes, explore, and that is how you grow. That is how you get better. I mean, like anything else, practice makes improvement, or practice makes progress, whichever mantra you have. Just know that you got to do the hands-on to get better. On that note, you take care. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.